So it has been another week. Today is January 22nd, 2018. Where am I this week? Well, last week I had a lot of time off. There was a holiday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which was on Monday of last week, so I had no class then. Then I had class on Tuesday regularly, but I only have 1 hour of classes then, so that wasn't very much. Then on Wednesday, like Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, we got a lot of snow, at least for down here. We got like 3 or 4 inches. The thing is, we don't get snow all that often, and it normally goes away very quickly. And so we normally just shut everything down because when the snow comes down, it melts immediately but then refreezes because it's below freezing if it's snowing. That's just how things work down here, so everything gets covered in a sheet of ice that you can pay enormous amounts of money to try to remove and, have people trying to drive on it, or you can just accept that the whole state's going to shut down for 6 hours and move on with your life, which is what usually happens. But not this time. This time we got like 4 or 6, some ridiculous amounts of snow. So the state was shut down for a long time, and school in particular didn't meet on Wednesday or Thursday, which actually made me quite angry because I'm paying a lot of money for school. I want my lessons. But that's how it is. I still had homework on Thursday, so I got to work on that. I believe I have done everything correctly. One of the problems, I think, may have been miswritten because the professor said, this is the dimension I want you to find, and this is the formula you should find for it. But then, that wasn't what I was finding. I was finding a different formula, so I worked it as best I could and accepted that, maybe I made a mistake, but at the level I'm at, it's possible that she made a mistake because I'm seeing a different part of the problem that formula does pop up in. I was also supposed to have a job counseling session with one of the academic, I don't know if they're academic career advisors. Anyway, somebody who was supposed to help me look for work. That didn't work out because I got snowed out. But yeah, that snow really kind of messed up my week. I did get a new internet connection that came on Friday. By then, most of the snow had melted. And I'm on some kind of fiber connection now. I don't know all of the details, but it's a lot faster. And I've definitely noticed it when I'm playing games like StarCraft 2 and League of Legends, and the ones that actually require you to have a quick response time. So that's a big benefit, at least for my hobbies. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to make sure I mentioned. On Friday, we went to a local winery, which also had a restaurant. It was part of Restaurant Week, and Chris had a birthday this past weekend. So we went out to celebrate that, and I let them have my wine. I sniffed it, and I might have tasted a drop or two, but wine just isn't my thing, and I didn't like it at all. But they pressured me really hard, so I tried it. Not for me. I already knew that. I don't know why I let people pressure me into things. And then I've got a board game night scheduled, so that should be okay. It's coming up for, in a couple of weeks. But the big thing I have to do this weekend is to go back to my mother's to get my coat back. I've got a couple of other things that I should be doing down there, but that's probably the biggest one. So mostly life is going fairly well. It's under mostly control, knock on wood. But I think I have my homework done at this point. I'm actually going to pull it out and make sure I answered every question, because there's nothing quite like turning in an assignment and realizing there was one more that you'd forgotten about.